When we talk about love, we often think of romance first, the butterflies, the chemistry, the stories we tell our friends. Even I've done it, but love is so much bigger than that. Love has layers, love has seasons, love has teachers. And how do I know? Hey, I'm the one sharing the story of love that makes us. My first teacher of love, yes, in my life, was my mother. Her love was unconditional in a way that felt almost supernatural. The kind of love that makes you feel found even before you know you're lost. It didn't need words, it didn't need explanations. It simply existed, steady, grounding, and out of this world. But I was not raised by her alone. I was raised by the most loving parents, a mother who held my heart, and a father who held my world. My dad's love is the kind that people often overlook because it's so constant, so dependable, so quietly powerful. I've always been his little princess. And yes, I fully own that title, even to this date. And now, my dad, in his 85th year, he never misses a chance to make all four of his children feel proud, special, and deeply loved. His love is not loud, but it is unwavering. It's a kind of love that builds confidence without ever announcing itself. And then there were my siblings, three of them, who shaped me in their own chaotic, hilarious, maddening way. Being the youngest, I often felt like I was living with a bunch of goons. They told me no more times than I can count. They restricted me from doing random things I imagined. They disciplined me for dreams I had only whispered to them. And back then, I couldn't understand why. But when I left my country, my comfort land, my own people, and landed in the US with the love of my life, my childhood sweetheart, who became my husband, I suddenly felt something missing, a warmth, a noise, a familiarity, a kind of chaotic affection that only siblings can give. And that's when I realized my goons were actually my protectors, my secret keepers, my accidental parents, my first circle of safety. All those no's, all those restrictions, all that discipline. It was their strange, awkward, weird way of loving me. A different kind of love, a sibling love. And then there is a love that grew with me, The love of the boy I met in high school, a friendship that turned into something deeper, a bond that has lasted over 32 years now, a love that has traveled across continents, life changes, and every version of who we have become. Not soulmates, not dream lovers or any of that. Just two people with infinite differences and one constant that's held us together: love. He once told me something in our youth that I did not fully understand then. Love is an exercise you do every day. Back then, it sounded poetic. Today, it sounds like truth. Because love isn't just a feeling, it's a practice, a discipline, a choice you make on the days when everything flows, and especially on the days when it doesn't. And now, as a mother of two, I'm learning yet another dimension of love, the kind you build intentionally, the kind you don't assume your children understand just because you are present, the kind you express in ways that leave no room for doubt. I am learning that children don't just need to be cared for, they need to feel loved. They need to hear it, see it, receive it in ways that make sense to them. Because one day they will carry that definition of love into their own lives. And when love feels strained, whether with a partner, a child, a friend, or even a sibling, I've learned something important. You pause, you breathe, you remind each other of the why, not the how. Why you came together, why you stayed, why it matters. Because the how will change, life will change, people will change. But the why, that's your anchor. So today, this episode is my reminder to you and to myself that love is not one thing, it's not one story, it's not one relationship. Love is a constellation, a collection of people, moments, memories, and choices that shape who we become. From the mother who loved me without limits to the father whose quiet strength still holds me, to the siblings who loved me in their own chaotic way, to the man who has loved me across decades, to the children who teach me new forms of love every single day. I've learned this. Love is not something you wait for. Love is something you practice. Love is something you choose. Love is something you become. And if you're listening to this, wondering whether you're loved, whether you're seen, whether you matter, let me tell you this. You do. You always have. You always will.